What's up? Today I want to show you my favorite device for the new year. It is honestly the only camera that I think like 90% of my audience will need to do what they want to do, whether you are a content creator, whether you're a social media manager and you're looking for something that's just a little bit more professional or a lot more professional, honestly, than your cell phone, whether you are a business owner who wants to be able to take cool content for social media, for YouTube, that kind of thing. The Nikon Z30 has totally changed the game for me. Now, I have used a lot of cameras in my day, okay? I've been shooting video for a long time. I've used a lot of cameras over the years. I do a lot of different video styles here on YouTube. I do vlogs, I do podcasts, I do talking head videos, all kinds of different things. And so historically, I've used different cameras and different brands for different use cases, which is fine, but it gets expensive to constantly be buying new devices, and all the brands don't always work together. And also, it's just not super convenient. Like when I'm traveling, I've been traveling a lot more for work. It's a lot harder to travel with like a huge DSLR camera and all these different lenses and all these different things. It's just overwhelming. So this camera is an all-in-one, in my opinion. I really think it serves a lot of different use cases. It's super portable, it's super fun to shoot on, and today I want to show you some of my favorite features of it and just tell you a little bit more about the Z30. So the first thing that I love about it is that it's easy to use. Like I said, I am shooting on the Z30 right now. I want to make sure I used it for this video in a really natural, like easy mode. This is probably the mode, like I said, 90% of you, especially those of you who are beginners, will be shooting on. Pull it out of the box, choose the lens that you want, and all I've got going on here is just some natural light to my right, and that's it. I don't have a ring light or anything set up, just using natural light, and you can see how sharp the image is, how fast the autofocus is. I don't know if you can notice, like when I move around, it actually stays focused on my eyeballs, which is really cool. And yeah, I'm just shooting on auto mode. The one big addition, two big additions, I guess, that I'll say that I made to this shot are sound. So I am using a Rode microphone on top of the camera, and this actually comes as part of their creator kit. The creator kit also comes with this handy little tripod, which is amazing for vlogging. We'll get to that next. But yeah, I think the audio quality sounds really good for how far away I'm. 3 or 4 feet away from the camera. I think it sounds pretty good. And then the other big addition that I made to this camera is the lens. This is the 12 to 28 millimeter lens. I'll put the exact model up on the screen. I'll also link everything down below so you can check it out. This is a wide angle lens, and I actually love this one for vlogging. I love vlogging with a wider angle lens just because you're able to see more of the background. It's not super tight on my face, and you can kind of see like what's going on. And when you're vlogging in particular, that's a huge part of the story. You know, if I'm at a conference, if I'm at an event, if I'm even just walking around my home, like my home is a character in the story, you know? So I really love this lens for that. And sometimes with other wide angle lenses that I've used, they are very, I don't know, they really compromise the quality. Like they're very noisy, as we say. They're not super crisp, but this one is really good. I actually shot my vision board video using this exact same setup too, and I got a lot of compliments from you saying like, oh my gosh, did you get a new camera? This is so crisp and clean and clear, and that's all I use. Now, the other lens that I really have had fun playing around with is this one. It's the DX24 1.7, and this one creates that really nice blurry background while still keeping, you know, me in focus, shooting in 4K. This camera shoots in 4K. It's just really bright and beautiful looking, and look at how small it is. So again, traveling, I could easily just use this wide angle lens, you know, keep it on the camera to vlog at the airport and things like that, and then just put this one in my bag or in my backpack. I mean, it's so tiny. If I wanted to record something fancier, like a podcast or a talking head or whatever while I was on the road, this one is definitely what I would be using for talking heads, podcasts, things like that. And even photos, you know, this camera can take really nice quality photos too. So if you're a social media manager or content creator looking to step up your photography game, definitely check this out. One of the other things I love when it comes to convenience and travel and, you know, the busy lives that we lead is that this camera, you don't even need to take out the battery to charge it. which sounds like such a small detail, but if you create videos, you understand how annoying that can be when you're like, oh shoot, my battery's dying and I'm in the middle of recording. I could just pull up the cord, it's USB-C, and just plug it in like while I'm talking and not have to disrupt my footage, not have to open up that little door at the bottom, which can sometimes mess up your shot because then you got to take it off the tripod and then maybe your SD card comes loose. Like it's this whole thing. So very, very convenient there. Now, like I said, vlogging, let's get to this. So this is part of the creator kit, this little tripod and remote, as well as the Rode microphone. And this camera, the Nikon Z30, really is made for vlogging. It's optimized for vlogging. It's so easy and it's so fun to vlog with this camera. It's a small mirrorless camera, but it feels really sturdy. It feels really durable. And that's really important to me as a vlogger because, I'm gonna be honest, I wish I could say I took like pristine care of all of my equipment, but sometimes when you're on the road, when you're getting like weird angles and shots, sometimes things happen, you know, and I bump it or something like that. This is a really solid camera, which I like. Of course, you shouldn't be throwing it around or anything like that, but if you bump it or whatever, I feel pretty confident in that. Anyway, a couple things that make this really perfect for vlogging. Number one, it has this front-facing LCD screen. So when you're recording by yourself, which again, probably 90% of us are, we don't have huge teams helping us shoot, I can easily just glance over and say, ooh, do I still look like I'm in focus? Do I still look like I'm centered? Anything weird going on? And I can see that really, really easily. And especially when you're vlogging, you know, it's pretty close. It's like this close to your face. So, I mean, I can actually see clearly. There's also this bright red record button on the camera itself, which again, might sound like a minor detail, but is actually quite a game changer. I cannot even begin to tell you how many hours I have wasted over the years thinking I was recording and realizing, oh, like the SD card was full, or, you know, the battery died, or I just forget to press the button all the way down. And so this red button only is on when I'm recording. If it stops recording because of one of those issues, the red goes off. So I like that. It's just an indicator to me to, hey, pay attention, something went on or off, and I can easily fix it if I need to. Probably my favorite thing about this camera, my favorite thing, is that you can record for up to 125 minutes. I don't know how many of us are taking 125-minute takes. You know, even when I record a video podcast, I'm usually not recording any longer than 30 minutes, but it's nice to have it in one clip. If you've worked with other like DSLR cameras and things like that, there are only a few of them out there on the market these days that record, at least at this, you know, affordability at this price point, that allow you to record for longer than like 29 minutes. I don't know what that's about, but it is so annoying to have multiple clips, especially if you're recording your audio separately, like if you're doing a video podcast, to have to combine all of those, sort through those. And then every single time that you do a new take, your lighting changes, your shot, you know, your composition changes a little bit. It's really, really irritating. So I love that you can record for 125 minutes straight on this camera, and you can plug in your power, like I mentioned, and have continuous power without needing to use one of those little dummy batteries. I did that for my old cameras. It was fine, but like it's another thing you have to buy. They're almost always like off market, so I'm always worried that I'm gonna mess up my camera by using one of those. They're clunky, you know, it's another thing you have to carry. This is super easy. And then of course I already mentioned the microphone that I'm using now. This is an external one that comes as part of that creator kit, but the built-in audio is stereo audio, and it's pretty good for, you know, just totally unfiltered raw audio. It comes out pretty dang good. All right, so here is an example of how I might do a podcast setup, a video podcast setup using the 24mm lens, which I'll leave linked for you down below. I love this lens just because it has like such a nice blurry background, a really shallow depth of field, and it's really crisp. As you can see, like it's still keeping track of my eyes when I move around, so it would be really nice for podcasters. I could just pull in my microphone here, put it on camera, and have a nice video podcast setup. The creator kit comes with this little remote, which is really cool. I'm sure you've seen, if you're a content creator, you've seen these kinds of remotes before, but it enables you to press record, as well as do some basic menu functions, you know, up, down, left, right, that kind of thing. Change the modes of your camera, zoom in and out. So you can do this while having it attached to this tripod. So your camera's sitting right here and you can be vlogging and click record, click unrecord, stop recording, whatever, all these different things. It is really cool. And then it just connects via Bluetooth. So you're good to go. I'm excited to kind of continue shooting with this. I've got some more content planned showing you the ropes of this one. I hope you'll check it out. It's a really good one, a really good starter camera, but honestly, not just a starter camera. I think, you know, I've been creating videos since I was like 13, 14. And yeah, it's been a long time, like close to a couple decades now. And I still think this is a really high quality camera, even as my skills have moved up, just because of the versatility of the lenses and the different add-ons that you can use. You can get different microphones for it and really make it like a professional camera. So hope you'll check it out. Let me know if you have any questions about the Nikon Z30. I'm happy to help you, and I'll leave links to it down below as well.